Okay, got a customer that had two pieces of equipment. Got a big old weed trimmer, and we got a chainsaw. Both of them are steel brands. Real quick, I've noticed that the cool thing about steel brand equipment is it keeps mechanics like me in business. When you spend $400 or $500 on a piece of equipment and it goes down, you want to get it fixed because you don't want to buy another one. But if you buy a piece of junk and it goes down in the same amount of time, usually does, I mean, the parts are basically the same, then you're more apt to just throw it away and get a new one. So both of these won't start, so we're going to try to diagnose what's wrong with it. And just like always, I always start out with the carburetor. We're going to inject a little bit of starting fluid into it and see if they'll start up. Then we'll move on from there. We'll check the spark plug, see if it's got spark, and then we'll also check compression. All right, so we'll take off the air filter cover, and we'll take off the air filter. This one has a little bit of a whirlwind device in here. I guess it kind of move the air around. I'm not really sure. Anyway, you take that off. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to depress the trigger up here. And when I spray in the starting fluid, and I always put too much in these 2-cycle carburetors because I'm so used to putting it into lawnmowers that I overfill it. So let's see if it'll do anything. Okay, this one has me a little bit concerned. That didn't feel like it had any compression at all. Brand new spark plug, so let's gap that. Okay, so we're going to see if 30 thousandths goes into it. It does not, so it's not gapped enough. So I'm going to use my pocket knife and just kind of tilt it a little bit to get a better gap in there. Put the 30 back in. There it goes. 30 just went in. 35 did not. Now, while we're out here, we're going to use a compression tester. That certainly felt weak. We'll set it on there. Okay, so our compression test should be around 150. 75 it will run, but there won't be hardly any power to it. So let's see where we're at. So we're probably about at 40 So this thing's, yeah, there's a major problem with it. So I just contacted the customer and told her that it'd probably be not worth it fixing. I looked it up. Ace Hardware has them for $279. That's probably where I'm going to be at, because I got to get in there and figure out what it is. Crankcase cracked, or piston cracked, cylinder cracked, you know, whatever it is. Rings are damaged. It's going to be an exploratory. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to the chainsaw. We're going to start out with the carburetor. It's pretty dirty. And spray some starting fluid in the carburetor. Make sure you push the trigger so it has a chance to get down to the throat, into the cylinder of the machine. Okay, so it didn't fire, so we got to move on to the spark plug. Check the gap on it. Pretty crudted up. If we work on it, we'll definitely need to replace it. Yep, not enough. Okay, so 30 goes in, 35 doesn't. We'll check the compression. Well, that's kind of crazy. It's less than 25. Let's see, it's 10. So can't say I've ever seen two machines come in at the same time and both have the same problem. I'm wondering if they use the wrong kind of fuel or something like that. Of course, you got to mix oil in with this gas, but usually if you don't mix oil in it, it just seizes up. Okay, so I discovered what it is that's causing these compression issues. There was some gas still left in the trimmer, which clearly tells me they needed to replace the carburetor anyways, because the gas is separated. It's old. It's been sitting in there a while. But you may be able to figure out what's wrong with this gas. With two-cycle engines, you need to put oil, two-cycle oil, into the gas. Mix it up, and there isn't any. So there's a picture of what gas should look like when you have two-cycle engine oil in it. So I'm going to put this back together, and then I'm going to contact the customer and let them know that they've somehow gently let them know that they've put the wrong kind of gas into it. I don't want to be rude about it, so we'll see. Well, I mean, she already told me not to work on the trimmer, so I think what I hate about this is, you know, I should charge a diagnostic fee of probably $15 per machine, but they're not going to pay it. Why would they pay $15 on a machine that they're not going to be able to use? So, you know, I've done all this work for, I don't know if it's work, but, you know, looking into it for free. You know, hopefully they'll give me the machines I don't know. I don't even know if I should ask. But that's all beside the point. So let's put it back together. Alright, so I guess that's the end of it. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was diagnosing 2 other chainsaws. So I hope I can inspire you to keep at it when you're living your dreams. Thanks for watching.